Women love a man who is unapologetic about who he is and what he wants. But unfortunately, most men are the exact opposite. They constantly apologize for things that they don't need to apologize for. They think they're just being nice and polite, but it's actually making them look weak and timid and very unattractive to women. That's why in this video, I want to talk about 5 things all men should stop apologizing for right now, especially to women. Some of these are direct and verbal, others are indirect and nonverbal gestures of apology. But either way, if you're saying sorry for things, you're practically asking women to look down on you and reject you. So I urge you to watch this video to the very end. Notice where you're making these unnecessary apologies and then make the changes so you can stop looking weak and seem more confident and attractive. That said, let's dive in. My name is Marni, and from here on out, I'm going to be your very own personal wing girl. And every week, I'm going to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want versus what they say they want, plus the most effective methods to win over any woman you like. So hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video again. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to another recent graduate, Mark, a 53-year-old man who learned to never apologizing for wanting to date younger women. Mark just sent me this email last week that said, "You are so right about the older guy thing. Can't believe all these 25-year-olds want to date me." Mark is going on tons of dates with women in their 20s and 30s, and these women aren't even batting an eye at his age simply because it's a non-issue. Mark, I'm so happy that you finally listened to me about this, trusted my advice, and followed my guidance so that you can be having these incredible experiences with these young women. If you want to join the thousands of other men just like Mark who have gone from Mr. Nice Guy to Mr. I Want That Guy in just 3 months, then apply to be a part of the inner circle. I'm going to leave a link below, and you can go check it out now. All right, let's get started. Here are the 5 things men should never apologize for and stop apologizing for right now. Number 1, for wanting to talk to a woman. So many guys will approach a woman they meet or they want to meet, and the first words out of their mouth will be, "Hey, I'm really sorry to bother you," or "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt," or "Hey, sorry if this is too forward, but," and while this seems really polite and it seems so nice and it's a great thing to do in theory, the problem is it actually sets a horrible frame to start the interaction. For example, when you say, "Hey, sorry to bother," this is my Canadian accent, "sorry to bother you," you're essentially telling her that whatever comes next is not a good thing, that she might be bothered by it, and that immediately makes her skeptical of you. It puts her guard up. But that's not all. Let's say you follow up with, "Hey, sorry to bother you, but you're really beautiful, and I just wanted to come over and say hi." No, that's a compliment. Nothing bad about it, right? Well, the problem is, you've still made a bad impression. You've just apologized for wanting to talk to her. 1, that shows a major lack of confidence because she should be happy to be talking to you. And 2, it frames the whole interaction as something that's wrong or bad. If it was a good thing, you just do it without an apology. And that's what men who are successful do with women. If they see a woman they want to meet, they just start a conversation without any shame and absolutely no apology. They might say something like, "Excuse me, I just saw you and thought you were beautiful, so I wanted to come and say hi." The woman's going to smile and say thank you in most cases, and they'll take things forward from there. They can be that direct, and that's it. They know there's nothing wrong about wanting to talk to a woman or give her a compliment or tell her that she's beautiful. It's totally okay. So they don't apologize for it or act ashamed of it, and neither should you. Number 2, for showing your attraction. I've said this a million times on this channel, like literally a million times, and I'm going to say it again. You should be able to show a woman that you're attracted to her without any guilt, shame, or apology. There's no reason for you to shy away from it. Why? Well, first of all, as a man, you're wired to be attracted to a physically fit, good-looking woman. It's in your biology to crave a sexual relationship with her, even if it's something casual. So there's nothing wrong about it, nothing bad about it, and no reason to hide or apologize for it. Secondly, a woman wants to be desired. I'm not telling you to go up to her with a huge heart on and say, like, "Can't you see I like you?" But she still wants to feel that there's attraction. I cannot stress this enough. A woman wants to be with a man who is unapologetic about wanting her. A man who isn't afraid to show he's attracted to her. That's the kind of man who turns us on like crazy because he comes across as bold and assertive, and that is so sexy. But unfortunately, most men today are the opposite of that. Most men hide their attraction for a woman because they're like, oh, I can't let her know I like her. They act like it's wrong to show a woman that they want her in a sexual way, and it comes across in their behaviors. So for example, they might never flirt with a woman during a conversation, and as you know, that's a no-no. If they have a good conversation, they're too afraid to ask for her number. If they're on a date, they hesitate to go for the kiss or take things in a physical direction. They think, I'll do it next time. It's too soon. I haven't gotten the green light. She might think I'm a creep or I'm trying to sleep with her. On the other hand, if they do make a move, like going for a kiss, and the woman isn't ready for it, they become super apologetic and act all embarrassed. They might say something like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Or, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. And basically disown their own desires. This shows a lot of timidness. All of these behaviors do. And all of these are guaranteed ways to lose your opportunity with a woman. If you want to have a sexual relationship with a woman and not a platonic one, you need to own your desire as a man and make no apologies for it. That means you should be able to shamelessly flirt with any woman that you like. You should be able to ask her out if there's a good conversation. You shouldn't hesitate to go for a kiss or invite her back to your place. If she's not ready for a particular step, like going for a kiss, you don't need to pretend like you didn't intend to do it and hide your attraction. Just brush it off and act like it's no big deal. She's just not ready for the kiss right at this moment. That's the mindset. But it doesn't mean she won't be ready at a later time. So by all means, try again later. In fact, just by letting that rejection roll off like it's no big deal and trying again later, you're going to be showing her that you're a man who goes for what he wants. No shame, no hesitation. That's the essence of being unapologetic. And women find that incredibly hot and sexy. Number 3, for your opinions. Let's say a woman is telling you about an argument she had with her friend, and as you listen, you can clearly tell that this woman was wrong and her friend was right. What would be your next step in this scenario? Because I'll tell you what most men would do. Most men would do one of two things. They will either lie and take her side just to get along with her, or they will tell her what they think, but if she starts to get a little bit upset, they'll backpedal and immediately be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude, or I didn't see your side, or look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, but I just thought, blah, 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 blah. And they'll try to explain why they said what they said. Either way, a man like this will never really be respected by a woman. Why? Because he's showing that he's weak and inauthentic. He's hiding his true opinions just to please her. And that's not what a woman wants in a man. He doesn't want her to be a jerk, but she wants to hear his thoughts. She wants a man who expresses himself freely without worrying about what others think, including us. That's what shows strength of character. It shows that he has a backbone. So earlier in the example, if a woman's talking about an argument with her friend where she was clearly in the wrong, a man she would respect and be attracted to is a man who's going to call her out on it. A man who'll tell her she was wrong in the situation, not in a cruel way, but call her out and not fold if she gets upset. Point being, you need to assert your true opinions without fear or an apology. If you're talking to a woman you just met and she tells you her favorite movie is something cheesy, you don't have to pretend to like that movie just to get along with her. If you think it's a horrible movie and you hate it, don't be afraid to voice your opinion. This goes for everything, for every conversation. If you're on a date and she's frequently checking her phone and ignoring you, don't pretend like it's no big deal. Call her out on it. Again, not as a jerk, but tell her something like, hey, we're hanging out. What are you doing on your phone? You want to be here with me or looking at something on a screen? Voice your thoughts and opinions firmly and without apology. If you don't, women will never respect you, feel attracted to you, or want to be with you. If anything, they'll just see you as a typical nice guy that they can walk all over because that's what you're allowing to happen. Number 4, for saying no. The next thing you should never apologize for is saying no to a woman. In fact, believe it or not, the word no is actually one of the most attractive things you can say to a woman because a woman wants to see that you have boundaries. She wants to know that she can't get everything from you that she wants. I know that sounds counterintuitive and you've heard like happy wife, happy life, things like that, but it really speaks to your strength to a woman if you say no. If you say yes to a woman all the time, she'll take you for granted and see you as someone she can push over. She won't be able to respect you and stay attracted to you. And this is something most guys do not understand. Guys assume that saying no to a woman means you're losing points with her. So they either choose to say yes all the time, or they say no, but then they apologize for it. So for example, a woman might ask a guy to meet up on a certain day, but he already has other plans that day. In this scenario, a lot of guys would just cancel their plans to see the woman because they don't want to upset her or lose that chance with her. Others will say something like this: oh, I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to do Friday. If it's possible, we can do Saturday, but I have plans on Friday again. I'm so sorry. Both options are not great ones. And the more you do this type of stuff, the more a woman loses respect for you and takes you for granted. The ideal response in this scenario is to just tell her, I can't do Friday, let's do Saturday instead. And whatever day you prefer. Simple. If she's available on that day, great. If she's not, you can figure out a different day. You can even say, like, what's the rest of your week looking like? But tell her no. Never go out of your way and inconvenience yourself to just please a woman. That's a guaranteed recipe to lose her. Additionally, learn to stand your ground. Many times, even after you tell a woman no, she's going to try and change your mind. She'll try to push your boundaries. She might show that she's upset or that she's angry or disappointed, or she'll be extra flirty and nice to see if that works. A lot of guys cave immediately when a woman does any of those things. And in doing so, they show that their boundaries are fragile. They do it a few more times and the woman knows she has complete power over him. And we arrive at the same result where she loses all respect and sees him as weak and unattractive. So you have to learn to hold your ground, not all the time. Okay? Not with everything, but be firm and be clear and have boundaries. Go back up. When you say no, it should actually mean something. Even if it upsets or frustrates a woman in the moment, it'll make her respect you and feel attracted to you. And she won't take you for granted. Number 5, for talking to other women. So here's what I mean by this. I'm not talking about like flirting with other women. If you're casually seeing a woman, or you're in the talking stage with her, or you've just started dating her, but you're not exclusive, there's no contract that says he can't talk to other women besides her. Which means if she asks you about other women, there's no reason to apologize for it. I saw this with one of my clients recently. He was at a party with a woman he's casually dating, and at some point in the party, he met and started talking to this other woman who was quite attractive. The woman that he was with didn't seem to like it and asked why he was flirting with her, to which he responded with, oh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't flirting with her. I was just talking about X, Y, and Z. Now this looks like the right thing to say, right? But why the apology, right? What was he doing that was wrong? The woman he was with wasn't his wife, wasn't his girlfriend. And even if it was, he can talk to other women. They're just casually seeing each other. He has every right to talk and mingle with other women. A better response would be, oh, we were just talking about XYZ, and move on. There's no need to justify or apologize or show embarrassment. If a woman that you're not in a committed relationship with is jealous because you talk to other women, it's not your problem. In fact, it's not a problem at all, because here's a dirty secret about women. We want to feel like you have other options. That kind of turns us on. We want to feel that you're the type of guy other women like and want to be around. Even if it frustrates us in the moment, it actually makes us more turned on and attracted to you. So until you commit to a woman you really like, feel free to talk to whoever you please, explore your options, and make no apologies for it. You can even joke around and be like, oh, would that make you jealous? Speaking of which, if you want to see the fastest way I know of to create more options in your dating life and have a pipeline of women who are interested in you, then you should check out my program, How to Become a Man Women Want. This program shows you 4 simple steps to get out of scarcity and attract more women into your life in just 30 days, no matter who you are. And it shows you how to do each step correctly so there's no confusion and no guessing. In fact, once you know how each step works, you can start meeting women right away. Create desire on demand in almost every woman that you talk to, and have a pipeline of women who are interested in you within the next 30 days. What's more, over 100,000 of my students have followed the exact 30-day system to meet women, spark connections, and create a dating life with many different women to choose from. I see no reason why it would not do the same thing for you. So if you're tired of living in scarcity and having no options, and you want to turn things around, I suggest you click the link below and have a look at 4 steps of how to become a man women want. I've made a short video for you where I reveal these 4 steps, what they are, and how they work. So you can see it right now. Click the link below, scan the QR code. But with that said, thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you found it useful. And as always, I'll see you again next week.